Welcome to Insider SEO and SEM tips and tricks every startup and small business needs to grow fast. My name is Rosie Van Shore, and I'm the founder and COO of Rosie's Creative, located in Parkville, Maryland. We've been proudly independent and serving the Maryland, DC, Virginia area for 10 years, and we're still growing. In this conference, we will discuss from an SEO and an SEM perspective which search engines are right for you, how to leverage social media platforms in this way, the secrets to benefiting from blogging, what adding metadata can do for you, and how to use paid ads effectively without spending a fortune. If you hear cicadas in the background, I'm sorry. I tried to edit them out, but it didn't work. They're just too loud. Why startups need to focus on SEO and SEM from the ground up. Visibility is key to the success of any business. Nobody can buy from you if they don't know you exist. If people can't find you quickly and easily in an environment full of competitors, you might as well not even exist. And you're certainly going to have a hard time reaching your audience. The key to success in the digital age is to boost visibility and to do so intelligently. Everybody knows about SEO, but not about SEM. What is the difference between SEO and SEM? SEO deals with topics and strategies you can use on your website to increase your digital footprint. Bigger tracks means you're easier to find. SEM deals with marketing, not just passively visible, but actively working with search engines to find buyers. This includes paid advertising and other types of search engine marketing through platforms such as Google, Bing, and Yahoo. Often referred to as pay-per-click marketing, this is a misnomer. Smart use of SEM includes a number of free tools available for use that can boost search engine marketing efforts, and we'll go into those in detail today. Choosing your search engines. Depending on the type of business you are running, different types of search engines can be a great fit, or they can be totally irrelevant. Orient your approach to lean more heavily on the search engines that would best benefit your model. Traditional search engines are the standard when we think of search engines: Google, Bing, and Yahoo. Social search engines are less common, but also still very leverageable, such as YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Product search engines are search engines that focus on hunting down specific products and are vital to businesses that deal in selling products. Think Amazon, Etsy, and eBay. Review-based search engines, such as TripAdvisor, Yelp, and Wedding Wire, provide information based on customer reviews, which are critical to businesses that rely on customer service. Now, let's talk about traditional search engines like Google, Bing, and Yahoo. Google is the undisputed king among traditional search engines because its goal is to index the entirety of the internet in real time. It can be extremely difficult to manipulate search results without a significant cash outlay. On-site SEO can help boost your rankings, and you can feed extra information in through Google My Business, which we will cover later. Bing remains a strong runner-up. As Microsoft's answer to Google, Bing remains the second most effective and predominant search engine worldwide. Bing can be influenced by pay-per-click advertising and on-site SEO, but does not currently have a counterpart to Google My Business. I expect that will change in the near future. At this point, pending a change in direction, Yahoo is firmly tertiary. It will index sites, but whether or not it sees enough relevant content to use is up for debate. Unless there is a strong indication through your analytics that users are accessing your information through Yahoo, it is not the best place to spend valuable advertising dollars. Social search engines: YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. A more recent and provocative player on the internet scene, social search engines are highly reliant on user input. They have only recently become third-party verified as a counter to misinformation. Social media search engines are search-based largely on affinity groups and interest keywords. Big names get searched by name, but that's not where most businesses start. Defining your products by genre and niche is a vital part of getting ahead on social search engines. With social search engines, there are a few additional factors at play, such as geolocation, target audience type, and interest keywords. A core element of success on any social search engine is knowing what type of audience that site is oriented toward. LinkedIn is strictly focused on B2B relationship building, while Facebook remains the online equivalent of a crowd. The key to successful use of these sites is identifying your target audience as clearly as possible and pursuing that audience through direct engagement and keywords. Casting a wide net does not typically yield good results on this platform. Product search engines. Product search engines, as the name suggests, are going to be the most helpful for businesses that deliver physical products. In terms of product sales, there's a lot of mythology around the use of product search engines. There is no guarantee of instant success on any selling platform. The product search engine experience is somewhat similar to an SEO experience in that keywords and target audience are foundational to success. There is also a firm element of advertising within these search engines to ensure that your product will be seen. Amazon is particularly known for drawing a hard line on the necessity of paid advertising. It is almost impossible to list a new product with Amazon without agreeing to paid advertising. This does not mean that you have to spend money in order to make those engines work for you. It becomes a matter of time and interest. How long are you willing to let your merchandise sit on the search engine? And how likely is your audience to search for your product? For example, seasonal products may be successful without paid advertising simply because they're going to populate in searches whenever that season comes around again, competing for notice just beneath the big name brands with deeper pockets. If patience is part of your business model, waiting for your products to come back into season can really pay off. Similarly, eBay can be leveraged for success by listing collectibles and niche interest items based on popularity of the related terms and interests. Trends can be capitalized on quickly and profitably through eBay with careful use of keywords and tags. Etsy is experiencing a crossroads at this time. It remains a powerhouse in searching for goods. However, members are jaded. Once Etsy diverged from the original purpose of selling handmade items and opened its model to resellers and mass-manufactured products, the site lost a great deal of legitimacy and following. However, it remains the first product search engine people think of when searching for handcrafted goods, and can therefore be a great fit for businesses focused on selling unique items. And finally, review-based search engines like TripAdvisor, Yelp, and WeddingWire. Review-based search engines are particularly suited to businesses that are customer service oriented in any way. Restaurants, bars, landscapers, hotels. These search engines provide customers a real opportunity to provide feedback on their experience, and paid advertising is typically pretty affordable. Better still, content and reviews on these sites also feed back into Google, Bing, and Yahoo, meaning that those things will count doubly towards your visibility to your target audience. In extremely competitive industries, such as restaurants, leveraging the power of customer reviews can provide a defining edge or downfall. A few great reviews can provide an impressive boost. However, one negative review left too long without being addressed will absolutely cost your business money and clientele. Ready, set, SEO. Now let's take a look at everyone's favorite buzzword, SEO. Primarily, search engine optimization takes place on your website. It can be used anywhere you have an online presence, giving your SEM more power and boosting your baseline visibility. As a new startup, however, the primary focus for SEO should be on your website. It is the one central location to which customers and search engines will go to find you. This is the place to leverage keywords, site maps, meta tagging, heading structures, blogging, and more. Other places where you can leverage SEO include product-based search engines. They use the same SEO tactics on their e-commerce platform, making your product listings and reviews work for your benefit. Social and review search engines also focus on keywords and interest categories. Location, location, location. Know before you geo. Geolocation is a factor in every search engine that absolutely cannot be ignored. If you are shipping products, your products will only be visible to potential customers within your delivery area. If your business is location-based, such as a restaurant or a storefront, it is crucial to narrow your marketing efforts to include only those people who are likely to visit. For example, a cafe in Baltimore should never waste time or money advertising to people who live in San Diego. And making smart use of geolocation will help to get your business noticed by the right people in the right places. There are a few factors that are common across search engines of all kinds, and geolocation and proximity are one of the most important. Google My Business. Wow, what a powerful tool that is commonly ignored. Google My Business has been a game changer, especially in the realm of providing equal billing to small businesses jostling for a place online. There are many benefits to Google My Business, but the most critical for any business, especially when starting out, is the opportunity to directly feed your business information into Google and get it right the first time, rather than relying on Google's automated processes to generate it for you and possibly get it wrong. Google's discernment is finely honed and getting better all the time, but nothing beats an engaged and informed person who knows exactly which words define their business. Your business needs a professional quality website. There is absolutely no doubt that a business in today's world needs a well-designed website in order to succeed. Where it can get tricky is finding the happy middle ground where utility and polish meet your budget. When it comes to your website, if you're not sure what to invest in, WordPress has been and remains one of the best, most flexible, and most prolific platforms for building a website. If a custom-built WordPress website is just not in your budget, you can use other DIY web builders such as Wix, Weebly, Shopify, and even Amazon Website Builder. The downside to using DIY website builders is that the impact of those sites that they make on search engines is significantly less, and often those platforms will require additional payment in order to provide an optimized online presence. As is often the case, trying to save money on a cheap or free web builder can end up costing more in the long run, just trying to keep it up. The insider tips and tricks you actually came to this presentation for. Are you still with me? I hope so. Now you know where your business needs to be, what your target audience could be, and how to leverage this information. So what's next? If you've been paying attention, which I hope you have been, you understand what search engines are, how they work, and how your business fits into that space. We will now focus on specific tasks that will bolster or reinforce your SEO and SEM efforts. Let's take a look at some of the most common questions a new business owner asks when learning how to make SEO and SEM work for their business. These are questions that I answer on a pretty daily basis. It's all about the Google. How do I rank higher on Google? Well, pay for it. That's the short answer. Pay-per-click advertising is extremely powerful and will definitely boost your Google presence. If you don't have $1,000 a month minimum to boost your business, focusing SEO efforts on Google My Business and soliciting good reviews from customers will generate similarly helpful results. However, if you are in an extremely competitive marketplace, investing those dollars into Google upfront will be infinitely helpful in the long run. Follow me for more strategies. How do I get more followers on social media platforms? When addressing this question from an SEO and SEM perspective, the most effective strategy to gain followers is to seek them out first. Tailoring your hashtag use, keywords, and key phrases in your content to attract the people who want to connect with what you have to offer is critical. If you cast too wide of a net, or have not clearly defined your target audience within your marketing efforts, your efforts will fall flat. Don't be afraid to engage your audience on social media. Keep it lively and fresh, and don't shy away from video or live streaming. The benefits of blogging. What are the benefits of blogging? From an SEO and SEM perspective, blogging is a great opportunity to organically populate keywords and key phrases on your website while also generating an informative user experience. The blog is an opportunity for your audience to learn more about your business and the unique products and services that you offer. Use it wisely. Very important. There are many companies that offer blog streaming services, which essentially populate your website with blog articles from third-party producers. These are actually counterproductive, as the content provided is not seen as authentic by most search engines, including Google, and may lead to your website being blacklisted as spam. Flirt with search engines using metadata. What is metadata, and how do I use it? Metadata is a generic term used to refer to information provided to search engines via your website that is also hidden from the end user. Metadata can include keywords, key phrases, geolocation, timestamps, and more. A competent web developer will be able to leverage metadata while building your website. But if you're doing it yourself, you aren't required to do this at the code level. For example, simply naming the images on your website with your business name, location, and specific keywords can provide a significant boost to your SEO. The key point is that you are telling search engines what the important information is, so that they know what you and your business are about and where to categorize you. It pays to use paid advertising intelligently. How do I effectively use pay-per-click and paid ads? The strategy for paid advertising is almost entirely based on budget, which in a startup or a new business is going to be a bit limited. Establishing a consistent monthly budget that you can stick with for at least 6 months is essential. If you can't commit to that duration, you would actually do better not to try at all, as most platforms will penalize advertisers that back out of advertising too soon. If your budget allows you to spend a minimum of $1,000 a month for 6 months, you can get great results from Google or Bing. However, Facebook paid ads can provide a reasonable boost for a much lower monthly outlay. Similarly, depending on your industry, platforms such as Yelp and TripAdvisor may be an option worth considering. Important: for new retail businesses looking to sell products online, never underestimate the power of a boosted listing on Amazon, Etsy, or eBay. And to ensure that it's worth the cost, make sure you build the listing and advertising costs into your retail pricing. Thank you so much for joining me today at this conference. For new businesses, getting started on the right foot with SEO and SEM can make an appreciable difference in your chance of success. To ensure a strong start, it always pays to enlist the help of a professional. Don't be afraid to contact your local, friendly marketing agency and let their expertise work for your benefit. To learn more about SEO, SEM, and marketing tactics that yield results, you can also visit the blog on my website, rosiescreative.com. Thank you.